Congrats, guys. We made it. To my fellow graduating seniors, you guys are some of the smartest engineers that I know. I'm so lucky to have spent the last 4 years with all of you. Now let's go out there and show the world what we can do. Go Orediggers!
It's been a heck of a ride. I'm really thankful for all the friendships that I've made here in Mines. I know we're all going to be successful in any path that we choose, and just best of luck in the future.
I think one of the most special things about Mines is that the atmosphere is so welcoming and fun. Professors are accessible and helpful, and I really hope that we can all carry that attitude of teaching and learning with us into the working world.
Being a graduate from Mines, I think it's mark of excellence because you did it.
Hey guys, it's really cool to be one of the first to say congratulations to the Mines class of 2020. For a lot of us, getting this degree is the final big step before entering the real world, and it just feels surreal. I couldn't be more excited than to bring along a lot of the memories and lessons I've learned at my time in Mines.
Congratulations, Mines graduates!
Congrats, class of 2020! We got to start college by carrying a 10-pound rock up a mountain, and now the day we've all been waiting for, when we finally get to cross that virtual Zoom stage.
During the past 4 years, some of my favorite memories have been E-days, late night study sessions with friends, and an afternoon brew at GCB. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Bitten on the mountain always served as a great beacon for home. I'm terrible at directions, so that was helpful. E-days in general, but specifically the fireworks, and most importantly, the community at Mines. I think that's really what makes Mines Mines.
I know that times are tough, but now more than ever we need good engineers and strong leaders. I know that Mines students, especially those graduating, can be those good engineers and strong leaders.
I wanted to share how grateful I am for the supportive community I found in the physics department here at Mines. I'll miss seeing all of you each day in the computer lab and all the shenanigans and memes that kept us sane through it all.
Oh my gosh, how these past 4 years have flown by. I'm just so grateful for all of you and the community we've built together. Whether it's late night library trips or some E-Day shenanigans, I feel like y'all have made Golden a truly special place. Thank you.
I want to give a massive thank you to everyone who supported me during my time at Mines, and a special thanks to all of the professors at the Geology Department, all of whom really rock, supported all of our nice work, and really helped us keep our shifts together on our way to this big day.
My favorite thing about Mines is that wherever you look, there's a community of people there to help you get through it. I call them families. I've been lucky enough to be a part of the Harvey, McBride, Maker Society, and electrical engineering families, and my actual family, and I can't imagine the last 4 years without all of these incredible people. Thank you all so much.
Congrats to all my fellow graduates. I know this isn't exactly how we imagined it going, but we did it. Best of luck to everyone going out into this crazy world after this, and don't forget to take your whiskey clear.
My fellow students, have fun out there.
I'd just like to thank all of my professors who really got to know me as a person, and we got to talk about things like life and academics, but also things like housing, mortgages, or industry. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to get to know me, and I really appreciate it.
I want to thank my family, friends, teammates, and coaches. You all have left such an impact on my life. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Go Orediggers.
Mines will always have a place in my heart, and this is one of the greatest 4 years of my life.
I have loved my time at Mines for the past 4 years and can't wait to be at Mines alone.
Thank you to all my family and friends who have supported me throughout my time at Mines. Couldn't have done it without you. To all my fellow graduates, good luck in wherever life takes you next in these uncertain times. And to all my friends still at Mines, good luck in your future semesters. Maybe I'll see you at homecoming. Goodbye Mines, hello life.
Just wanted to remind everyone that no matter where you are, we done did the college thing. And it's one hell of a thing.
Hello, my fellow graduates. A big congratulations to you. You are now among the most elite, an Oredigger alumni. May your resilience and brilliance take you far into your future career paths. Go class of 2020, woo!
Thank you, fellow Orediggers, for making these 4 years a blast. And thank you to the families of those Orediggers for supporting them through everything. We did it, and we'll continue doing it.
Congrats again to everybody. Go celebrate, you earned it.
Welcome to the Colorado School of Mines Virtual Commencement. Our graduates today represent the following countries:
Angola, Cameroon, Canada, China, Colombia, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Kuwait, Lebanon, Malaysia, Mongolia, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Spain, Tajikistan, Thailand, the United Arab Emirates, Vietnam, and the United States of America. The Colorado School of Mines Concert Choir will now perform the Mines alma mater. The alma mater opens Convocation and begins Commencement, marking the transition from Mines students to Mines alumni. Introducing the alma mater are graduates from the Mines Music Program, Arsha Cadyanto, Neil Sales, and John Coretti.
Hi, I'm Arsha, and I'm majoring in geophysical engineering.
Neil, I'm majoring in civil engineering.
I'm John, and I'm majoring in computational applied math.
Mines music lets me continue my passion in singing. I didn't think I'd have the opportunity to do that, especially going into a STEM school, but it's nice to have something else off my mind besides all the academic work that we get here.
Being part of Mines Music meant I was around people that also had music as a driving force and people who liked making music and just being part of a group.
Yeah, definitely. Mine's music for me was definitely like an escape. It was a way to kind of get away from all the craziness that the academics at Mines can be. And it's a way to build a community and great friendships and just have a place to belong.
I remember my first time singing the alma mater for the summer graduation my freshman year. And then I remember the Christmas concert that we had that December too. And that all felt kind of like a fun just initiation into Mines music.
One of my favorite memories with Mines music was our spring break last year when we went to Poland. I accidentally started a riff-off with the Poland university that we were visiting at. We were having a social mixer and the choir was there, and I asked them what it is that they sing, and they started singing Africa. Everyone tuned in after that, of course, because it's Africa. And then we just started singing our fight songs.
My favorite memory is when the Mines Marching Band went to perform the New Year's Day parade at the Vatican in Italy, where we got to play in front of a couple 100,000 people. And we would have crowds around us just dancing and singing. And even if they had no idea what we were playing, I had a dance off with a guy marching back to the bus. It was fantastic. It was really cool to show other people that we're not just a bunch of math nerds, engineering nerds, chemistry nerds, that we can do things other than that and really shine and excel at it. It was very cool to see. I'd like to apologize to our professor, Robert Clement, for having to deal with us for 4 years. And congratulations to the class of 2020.
Yeah, we did it.
Raise your voices, engineers, your devotion sing to the greatest school of minds. Let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every
Please welcome the 17th president of the Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul Johnson.
Thanks, Tim, and thanks to Arsha, Neil, and John for starting us off with a great rendition of our alma mater. And a special thanks to all of you who've joined us today. Yes, and let's just get this out of the way. It's unfortunate that we can't gather today on campus, but we're not going to let that stop us from doing something that is really important to all of us here at Mines. And that is recognizing our newest graduates and celebrating the conferral of the degrees that they worked so hard to obtain. And speaking of our graduates, it was only a few years ago that they assembled early one August morning to carry their 10-pound rocks up to the M. Their route was all uphill and lined with student organizations and student athletes who cheered them on, kept them cooled off with water, and made sure they learned the school fight song. And when they finally reached the M, they added their rocks to those of the many generations of Mines students who preceded them. And then, as is tradition, they painted those rocks and each other. The M climb was their welcome to the Mines community and the symbolic start of their Mines education. It was the first of many challenges that these graduates overcame on their path to this very significant moment in their lives. And with that memory in mind, we'd like to start this commencement with a moment of reflection offered up by student Aspen Richards, who's graduating today with a bachelor's degree in engineering physics. Aspen?
Members of the faculty and administration, fellow students, family, and friends, it is my honor and privilege to offer an invocation for our commencement. As we prepare to celebrate our academic achievements, we are aware that not all of our friends and family who shared in and supported our journeys to this point are with us today. Before I lead in prayer, would you please join me in observing a moment of silent reflection in their honor? Let us pray. Almighty God, bless this fine institution, the Colorado School of Mines, that it may be a lively center for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. Grant that those who teach and those who learn may find joy in all their endeavors. As we celebrate the completion of our studies today, we face a rapidly changing and uncertain world. We ask for guidance in the days to come, whether further studies, the workforce, or the wider world beckon. May we all live fulfilled lives that support others and contribute to society. We thank you for our dear friends and family who shared in and supported our educational journey and for always believing in us. We thank you for the freedoms we enjoy to pursue learning and life and love. Constantly raise our eyes from the mundane and predictable to catch a glimpse of the glorious possibilities of adventure and discovery. Give us humble, thankful hearts for all the blessings of this life. In sincerity, we ask all these things. Amen.
Thank you, Aspen. Welcome again, everyone, to our virtual convocation. I've gathered here in my office everything that would normally be on stage at commencement, except, of course, the trustees, distinguished speakers, faculty, and the leadership team. Just to point out a few of the items, on the screen you can see the university mace, which we might have the only one that has our mascot on top of it, one of my favorite items here. We also have the De Re Metallica, which is the book whose opening and closing signifies as the start and end of every commencement ceremony. And you can read more about those in the program posted on our website. We also usually have two blasters here on the podium, one or both of which I usually accidentally knock down at some point in the ceremony. And finally, we have the cherished blaster made by students in our Mines Maker Society, specifically for launching these two blasters out in the audience at the end of the ceremony. If you are familiar with our university, you know that for the past 146 years, Mines is focused on producing the top scientists and engineers, industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and the knowledge and innovations that the world needs. A Mines degree instantly commands respect. It communicates a strong work ethic and perseverance, and it indicates that you are resilient, a great team player, and that you're ready to tackle anything. It also says something about your ability to go for days without food, exercise, or sleep, but we're not going to get into that here. Class of 2020. The world has changed a lot since March. There's no doubt that these are uncertain, unprecedented, and somewhat scary times. But remember, that's exactly how you talked about physics class when you were first-year students. You've been challenged from the moment you stepped foot on the Mines campus, and you banded together, helped each other, and got the job done. Those distinguishing characteristics of Mines graduates, the strong work ethic, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork, will get you through the next year, just as they've gotten you through the past 4 or 5 or more years. Be confident. Know that you are better prepared for this situation than the graduates of any other university. I know you will shine and stand out. No, not necessarily from your transcripts, and some of you will be glad to hear that, but from what you did outside the classroom while at Mines. You gave a lot of yourself and you supported others. You helped communities locally and in other countries through your Hike for Help and Minds Without Borders organizations. You raised funds for valuable causes like heart health and literacy, often very creatively, like convincing us to do the polar plunge into Clear Creek. You even inspired others to pursue STEM degrees through your K-12 outreach activities. You were peer mentors, resident assistants, and campus leaders. You welcomed the students who followed you to Mines and mentored them at Orediggers Camp. You enriched our campus through your art, music, creative writing, and acting. And you've applied the knowledge you gained at Mines to invent assistive technologies for wheelchair-bound people with quadriplegia. You've created devices to remove debris from space, charge EVs wirelessly, and collect ecological data remotely from reservoirs using an autonomously controlled surface vehicle. You even applied for a patent for a new type of computer mouse based on an ingenious use of properties of formable materials. You also gave us new points of pride through your awards in regional, national, and international competitions. You won first place in IEEE's regional robotics competition, first place at ASCE's regional concrete canoe competition, and the grand prize at NASA's collegiate deep space competition. This past fall, in our first time ever competing in the International Solar Decathlon competition, you were the #1 team. You showed the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and the rest of the nation that teams comprised entirely of engineers and scientists can win at the highest level of athletic competition and do it with class on the field, court, mat, and track. For the past 5 years straight, you made us the top athletic program in the RMAC and one of the premier programs in the nation. And you have some bragging rights to take with you. You are the first students to ever graduate from Mines this decade. You definitely hold the undisputed official Mines record for the most canceled class days ever due to the combined effects of snow and pandemic. And you have a very special bragging right. According to Lumosity, you are brainier than students at Harvard, Princeton, and Stanford, and pretty much every other school in the country. So you are ready. And today the world needs bright and creative scientists and engineers even more than ever. To wrap up, I have 2 favors to ask of you. First, please find some meaningful way to thank those who supported you on your Mines journey. Alumni affectionately say that it was tough to get into Mines, but even tougher to get out. You all owe emotional debts to others, but those can be paid off with a hug or a simple thank you. Start with your parents and family, especially your mothers this weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I know they're bursting with pride. Also remember the faculty and coaches who challenged you, the staff who advised you, the donors who supported your scholarships, your bosses and others who mentored you, and the network you built at Mines. Both the productive group that helped you complete your degree and that distractive group who kept you from focusing too much on your academic work. I want you to know that the Mines faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and trustees recognize your significant accomplishment and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School Mines. So my second favor is that I ask you to share and always carry that pride with you wherever you go in life and your career. And as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you will find some way to help others pursue their education dreams and stay engaged with Mines. You are all hell of engineers and Orediggers for life. Be hell of a Mines alumni, and congratulations, class of 2020. And now I would like to introduce our student speaker. Normally at this ceremony, we would actually have 3 different ceremonies and 3 different speakers. And today we actually have 3 different talks from 3 different students, but we only have time for one of them in this ceremony. But I would like to mention the other 2 and to say that you can go listen to their talks from the video clips on the website. So first of all, I'd like to mention Evan Lim. Evan's from Littleton, Colorado, and he's graduating from Mines with a bachelor's degree today in computer science and a minor in business and entrepreneurship. And you're going to want to take a look at his clip because you're going to have to see how horses got worked into it. Molly Wallace is from Newman, California, and she's graduating today with a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering and a minor in metallurgical and materials engineering. And you'll have to take a look at hers because she's got the most low-key video I've ever seen of a student presentation. And finally, for today, Lauren Miller from Clear Lake, Texas will be talking to you in a moment. She's graduating with a bachelor's degree in geology and geological engineering. And after graduation, she has an internship with ExxonMobil in Houston that will lead to a full-time position. Looking back at her time at Mines, Lauren is especially proud of the work she completed during field session, as well as the collection of poetry she created with the support of Professor Tony Lefton. Unfortunately, she is most proud of the times she told herself to put schoolwork aside for a moment and just go live. Camping, climbing, hiking, cycling, and running were what helped her thrive at Mines. Lauren's favorite Minds moment include the post-fieldwork card games with the whole geology crew at Golden City Brewery, late night crunch session parties in her computer lab at Berthoud Hall, and writing poetry with her McBride class. Lauren?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lauren Miller, and I suppose I'm about to be a geologist here in the next few minutes. It is amazing to imagine the faces I would have seen in the crowd today, a lot of which I've known since our time in the dorms, and see how much things have changed in the last 4 years. I'm not just talking about us, but the campus that surrounds us. The caliber of our projects and the standard that we hold minds to seems to be ever progressing. Let me illustrate some key changes we have witnessed on a campus, personal, and global scale. When the School of Mines was founded in the territory of Colorado under the Episcopal Church in 1873, there were no women, no international students, and not even a formal commencement. 1 year later, by 1874, Mines was acquired by the territorial government and then became a state institution in 1876 when Colorado attained statehood. The first formal commencement was held in 1883, and the first international student graduated in 1889. The first female student graduated only 9 years later in 1898. We beat that other school that likes to steal our fight song to that statistic by over 50 years. We've been hell of a engineers for quite some time. Mines flew through the 20th century, building and lighting the M on Mount Zion, opening Edgar Mine, increasing the number and size of departments, and rising to international prominence. Not too long after, we all showed up for move-in day. These milestones are no doubt remarkable, but I think the changes this institution has seen in the last few generations, and especially the last few years, are truly astounding. For example, during the winter break of my sophomore year, I ran into an older woman at the grocery store back home. I was wearing a Mines sweatshirt and rounded a corner to come face to face with this character. "Oh, Mines! Did your dad or brother go there?" she exclaimed. It took me a second to recover from the question. I had just enough time to questioningly exhale, with a smile. "Actually, I go there," before my mom whisked me away and bid our older grocery store friend goodbye. Thanks, Mom. After taking a few moments to cool myself down, I realized I really didn't have that much to be upset about. She simply didn't know how far Mines had come, and it helped me realize how much positive change Mines has seen. But that's what really is amazing. Mines has come incredibly far with research, our infamous ratio, our sports teams, our international students, and our different cultural opportunities on campus, all in just a few generations. A lot of it we have seen in our 4, or maybe more, years. Most recently, I've been proud to see a campus culture change initiative here at Mines, as well as an epic student-led coalition, Fighting Hunger at Mines, our favorite source of food. Importantly, we have all changed on a personal scale here at Mines. Each one of us, who paid $50 for a cap and gown, has undergone immense stress to reach this moment. There were long nights, barrels of coffee, and sometimes tears when calculating rates of change. But like the gritty, determined engineers we are, all that stress only resulted in recoverable strain. As a freshman, I never would have imagined the skill set and fortitude that Mines has instilled in me. I'm proud of what my classmates and I have accomplished, but I am even more proud of the fact that we have morphed into world-class problem solvers, ready to confront the greatest challenges of our time. To summarize our changes on a personal scale, you could say we're work-hardened. From a global perspective, our traditional interactions with the earth, energy, and environment will continue to change. Whether it's increasing global demand for resources, an increase in parts per million of atmospheric CO2, or an increase of lanes to I-70, Mines graduates will continue to improvise, adapt, and overcome these challenges using everything we have learned and earned at Mines. When I initially wrote this speech, I had no idea that our lives were all about to be rattled by a pandemic. I feel it is necessary to briefly address that as well. We are Mines, we are strong, and we are a community. We made it through one hell of a last semester, but we're here, aren't we? I want to take a moment here and be thankful for our health and the health of our loved ones. I also want to take this moment to reflect on the people whose lives were irrevocably changed and some unfortunately lost in the last few months. We are minds. We are builders and designers and doers. We must rise to the challenges our world presents and keep in mind the social responsibility we carry for everyone we interact with and every project we work on. I would like to share some parting words with you that I am sure have never been said before at a Minds graduation ceremony. Wow, that was tough.
Thank you, Lauren, for that wonderful message. Today, we're honored to have Colorado Governor Jared Polis join us. Governor Polis is an entrepreneur, education leader, and public servant. By the time he was 30, Governor Polis had launched 3 successful companies, and he had received the Entrepreneur of the Year distinction from Ernst & Young. Following the success of these ventures, Governor Polis wanted other Coloradans to have similar opportunities, so he co-founded TechStars, a startup accelerator that mentors entrepreneurs from all walks of life, and Patriot Boot Camp, which helps veterans start their own small businesses after coming home from their service. He also founded several public charter schools for at-risk youth and served as superintendent of one of them, the New America School, which helps immigrants earn their high school diploma. Prior to becoming elected as governor, Mr. Polis served 6 years in the State Board of Education and represented Colorado's 2nd Congressional District. With as busy as he is leading Colorado's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are especially appreciative that he could find the time to be with us here today. Governor Polis?
Members of the class of 2020 at the Colorado School of Mines. I'm Governor Jared Polis, and it's an honor to be with you virtually on this special occasion. You know, I accepted an invitation to be with you in person, and like you, I was really looking forward to giving the normal commencement address with your friends and family in the background at the beautiful Mines campus in the foothills of our precious Rocky Mountains. I'm really sorry that we can't be in Golden today in caps and gowns in front of families and friends and faculty and staff. When I accepted this invitation in January, I really expected, as you did, that we'd all be together. I know that it's disappointing because being with those who helped you get there is really one of the most special parts of graduation. And graduations are a special part of life. But in its own strange way, this unprecedented situation really provides an important lesson for graduates that life isn't always going to turn out the way you think it will. And sometimes you have to drop everything. You have to focus on the problem at hand. You have to rise to the challenge of the moment. The last few months have been unprecedented. We've had to confront a public health challenge and an economic challenge unlike any that we've seen in this country and our state during our entire lives. This pandemic requires our constant attention, our diligence, a rapid response, a reliance on data and science, and collective and personal responsibility to slow the spread of coronavirus throughout our state and beyond. And I know this hasn't been easy on anybody. This moment requires discipline, sacrifice, determination, teamwork, skills that you happen to have learned during your time at Mines. And our work isn't done yet. There's a long way to go, but even in these uncertain times, we need to find time to celebrate accomplishments like yours, milestones, moments of joy that make life worth living. And that's why today I'm so pleased to be with you, if only virtually. At least we're here together. Now more than ever, I want to congratulate you. By completing your degree at Colorado's proud School of Mines, you've earned something rare, a degree from an institution that helps build and enhance this state since 1874. You've successfully completed a challenging curriculum. You've solved problems, you've overcome obstacles, you've launched new initiatives and launched a few rockets, and met the high expectations of your professors, and you should be so proud you've earned a Mines degree. In the grand scheme of things, most of you are graduating with a STEM degree at a time when we need you more than ever before. The brilliant minds in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the ranks of whom you are about to join, are the ones who will lead us out of this public health and economic crisis. Discovery, innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, this is what will help you win the future. We've got a long way to go to climb out of this difficult situation, but thankfully Coloradans are no stranger to climbing, especially Mines graduates. Your career at Mines begins with a climb. In fact, your first semester you climb together to the top of Mount Zion. In the days and years after that, you continue your march upward as a community of collaborators and teammates through common courses, design competition, projects, and fun. While you didn't finish your final semester on campus, you did finish it together. That community that you built will remain with you for the rest of your lives, as will your remembrances of this extraordinary graduation event. I wish I could see that community up close and in Golden today, and I know that you and your families do too. I know we all wish we could be there, and that opportunity will come. And when it does, whether you're driving back to campus from downtown Denver or flying in from Dubai, I hope you pause, not only to celebrate all you've accomplished in the lab and classroom, but to celebrate one another. Pause to celebrate your community, what it is, what it will be. And I wish you the good luck and Godspeed in your future endeavors, because the world needs you now more than ever. On behalf of the grateful state of Colorado, I want to say thank you for listening and congratulations to the Colorado School of Mines class of 2020. Go Orediggers!
Thank you, Governor Polis. Joining us now is Captain Brian Hotchkiss, the United States Army, here to introduce our graduates who have earned commissions in the United States Air Force and United States Army during the course of their studies. Mines was one of the first 4 colleges in the United States to establish a Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC program. Our first graduating class was commissioned in 1921, and we have a distinguished history of graduating exceptional students in the military leadership positions that continue today. Captain Hotchkiss?
Okay, good morning. It's both an honor and a privilege for me to recognize today's ROTC graduates and share in this truly wonderful occasion. Colorado School of Mines has graduated over 2,500 commissioned officers since the inception of the ROTC program in the early 1900s. Today, we express our gratitude to these exceptionally professional students as if they have chosen a path to serve our nation as officers in the United States military. Over the next few days, 3 Colorado School of Mines baccalaureate recipients will take their oath, the next step to becoming second lieutenants. They will be commissioned into the United States Air Force. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the cadets' parents and families for the support and encouragement you have provided while your students studied at Colorado School of Mines. We sincerely thank the faculty and staff of Colorado School of Mines for the mentorship and guidance you have provided as these students pursued a commission while earning their degrees in biochemical and mechanical engineering. Cadet Luke LaRocque, mechanical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as an acquisitions officer. Cadet Blake Simpson, mechanical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as an air battle management officer. Cadet Nicole Wisniewski, biochemical engineering, will enter the United States Air Force as a nuclear and missile operations officer. Congratulations and best wishes to each of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Hotchkiss, and congratulations, Luke, Blake, and Nicole. We obviously weren't able to replicate the procession of graduates across the stage today, but hopefully you've been able to follow their names scrolling across your screen. In addition, I hope that you take the opportunity to explore each individual's uploads to the graduation site. We also have a contest going on through this afternoon on social media for the most creative senior walk and the best built and decorated mortarboard. Some of them are really creative and very funny, so please take the time to take a look at those. We did work in the opportunity for one graduate from each degree program to give a shout out to their fellow graduates from their programs. Representing each program today are the outstanding graduates from that program. The faculty and staff chose the recipients of that honor based on consideration of grades and their engagement with and impact to their programs. Under normal circumstances, outstanding graduates would have already received one of these super cool, really awesome medals at a special award ceremony, and you would have seen them wearing it today at commencement. We will be sending these to them. Also, under normal circumstances, the provost sometimes offers a modest GPA boost to all graduates of the degree program with the loudest cheering for their outstanding graduate. Provost Holtz just sent me a text, and he says his window is open and that he is going to be listening to see if he hears any cheering. So, okay, graduating seniors, the screen is yours.
Hey everybody, I'm Seth with the Mining Department. Congratulations on graduation. Took a lot of hard work and late nights from all of us, but we finally made it. Things are pretty uncertain from all of us right now, but we've proved a lot of ourselves on making it here today. I know we're all going to do great.
Hi everyone, I'm Eli Evers from the Civil Engineering Department. Shout out to all my fellow civil graduates. I don't know what was harder, passing structural theory, or dealing with rattlesnakes during field session. But we made it and we're alive.
Hi everyone, I'm Tori Heckert with the Environmental Engineering Department. I want to say congratulations to all of my fellow Enviros. Your guys' passion for this planet is truly inspiring, and I can't wait to see all that you accomplish.
Hi everyone, I'm Sierra from the MME department. I just want to say that I'm so lucky to have all of these amazing professors and amazing classmates. It's been a privilege to get to know all of you, and I hope that we stay in touch and you keep me updated on what's happening with your future goals. Good luck with everything. Let's hear it for the MME class of 2020.
Hi everyone, I'm David Warner from the Electrical Engineering Department. I just want to give a shout out to all my graduating double E's out there. We certainly faced a lot of resistance over the past 4 years, but we managed to push through. Way to go, guys. Congrats again.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Miller from the Geology and Geological Engineering Department. Congrats to all of my fellow graduating geology majors. I'm so proud and humbled to have shared my classes with such amazing students and people here at Mines. I'm even more proud to have survived the case of liquefied broccoli during week 3 of field session. Shout out Austin. Congrats, Geology and Geological Engineering graduates of the class of 2020. We did it!
I'm Kendall Brill. I'm the outstanding graduating senior for Chemical and Biological Engineering. My fellow graduating chemical and biological engineers, although I cannot count the late nights in Alderson or the failed Aspen simulations, all of that hard work and dedication has led you to this very moment. Once again, congratulations, and let's go out and distill a better future together. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Bradley Jested, and I'm the outstanding graduate senior from the Mechanical Engineering Department. I'm so proud to be a part of this awesome department and community that is the Mechie Department. I want to say thanks on all of our behalves to the Mechie's awesome professors and students for all their support in getting us here, and congratulations especially to all the fellow Mechie graduates. You guys are phenomenal, and your achievements are really shining in this unusual time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Bourdon, and I'm with the Petroleum Engineering Department. I want to congratulate all of you in the Petroleum Engineering class of 2020, yet another class that has survived the notorious field session in Macedonia, Colorado, and the last class to take rock crops with Dr. Ramona Graves. I wish everyone success in finding jobs or entering graduate programs, and I hope to work with all of you in industry someday.
Hey everyone, I'm Leah Reeder and I'm in Applied Math. I just want to say a huge congratulations to all of our grads in Applied Mathematics. We've learned so much. We worked very hard to get to where we are today. And despite the circumstances, I'm very proud to be graduating virtually with you all today. Congratulations to the Applied Math class of 2020.
Hi everyone, I'm Aiden Dykestall with the Statistics Department. I'd like to say congratulations to all the statistics graduates. We've spent the last few years pursuing an exciting field that teaches us to solve some of the world's toughest problems, and together we transform confusing ideas into powerful insights. Have confidence your work will have an impact, and again, congratulations on your graduation.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Bond in the Geophysics Department. Congratulations to all of you. We survived a curriculum change, 2 department moves, and the COVID-19 virus, so I think we're ready for just about anything. Congratulations again, and thanks for all the great memories.
Hi everyone, I'm Philip Nelson from the Chemistry Department. I wanted to say congratulations to all of my fellow chemistry majors. I know we've worked so hard and spent so many hours in the lab and in class to get here. Good luck wherever you may be headed next.
Hey everyone, my name is Josh Stackhouse from the Physics Department. I wanted to say congratulations and thank you to all of my fellow physics majors. The time spent with y'all, whether it be working, socializing, or even living in the physics lounge, really made the department feel much more like a family than anything else. So thank you so much for that. Congratulations, Engineering Physics class of 2020. We did it.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Pollock from the Computer Science Department. Big congratulations to everyone graduating despite Algable's best efforts. I hope you all treat yourself now that you're new college grads to upgrade your gaming desktops with that 2nd or 3rd monitor, especially now that there are quarantine home offices.
Scott Marshall here from the Economics and Business Department. I just want to say congratulations to my fellow graduates. Like I know since there's a mighty total of 6 of us, I just want to say congratulations to Beam, Muhammad, Nicholas, Hayden, and Jason. It's been a heck of a 4 years. Just congratulations to all the 2020 graduates.
Congrats, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Woo.
Congrats.
Congratulations again to the outstanding graduates from each degree program. In addition to the outstanding graduates from each program, we have quite a few other award winners, including the recipients of the university's William Waltman Award, our Presidential Senior Scholar Athletes, and the CEC Award winners, as well as departmental awards, honors, and distinctions. We unfortunately don't have time to recognize them in the ceremony, but they are all listed in the digital commencement program available on our website. And we hope that you will take a few moments to check those out. Congratulations again to all of our award winners. And now, before we move on to the ritual that makes your degrees official, we have a special message from our soon-to-be newest graduates and newest alumni. From Patty Starzer, Mines alumna, alumni spouse, and alumni parent. Patty and her husband, Mike, through their scholarship program, have made it possible for many students to attend Mines who might not have otherwise. Patty is also a member of the Board of Trustees, who, by the way, have to approve your degrees today, so please be particularly attentive. Patty?
Congratulations, class of 2020. The number that signifies perfect vision, but the year that is ironically blurry. In spite of the obstacles you've encountered, you have persevered to the great accomplishment and celebration of today. You've graduated from one of the most rigorous engineering and science universities in the world. I hope you take great pride and joy in this success. My name is Patty Starzer, and I'm a Mines trustee. Nearly 37 years ago, my husband Mike and I graduated from Mines with a great sense of achievement and anticipation for what lay ahead. We were getting married in a month and moving to Alaska. Engineering jobs were scarce and our future was uncertain. We were lucky to have one job between the two of us. We set off to be grown-ups, to practice the skills we learned at Mines and the values we were taught as children. We began a new chapter in our lives. Many people set resolutions at the new year or other significant turning points like graduation. I also find value in taking a look back. I pull up my calendar and journal and reflect on where I've been, people I've met, things I've done, prayers that were answered. It's a humbling experience. I'm always surprised at how many blessings there were that I'd forgotten. I always look back and say, if God gave me this as a to-do list, I would say, that's impossible. There are not enough days, and I am not that smart. It grows my faith and confidence in God, knowing that I could not have accomplished all those things on my own. I challenge you to reflect back on your years at Mines, your travels, relationships, trials, failures, successes. Be thankful for all of them. Remember those who helped you get where you are today and take time to count your blessings. Thanks for letting me share this special day with you, graduates. I welcome you as fellow Mines alumni. I look forward to the awesome places you'll experience, the amazing people you'll meet and become, and the remarkable things you'll do with your lives. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Patty, for those wonderful remarks. Okay, graduates, we have a very important piece of business to take care of, and that's making your degrees official. The conferral process requires 4 critical pre-conferral steps. Step 1 is getting the right people here. I'm going to need the help of Provost Rick Holtz and Colorado School of Mines Board of Trustees Chairman Tom Jordan. Provost Holtz and Chairman Jordan, would you please join us? All right, thanks for being here today. It's great to have you with us. Provost Holtz, would you tell us a little bit about our graduates?
Yes, President Johnson. Today we will be conferring degrees to about 840 bachelor's degree recipients. This is a class that has distinguished itself academically. 123 students are graduating cum laude honors. 123 students are graduating with magna cum laude honors. And we have 79 students in the Brainiac category graduating summa cum laude honors. These honors distinctions are noted in the program. In addition, we have 7 students who have accomplished something that not many here at Mines do. They have earned 2 bachelor's degrees. These students are Jason Matney, Hannah Levy, Ponpat Egertorn, Nicholas Capra, Mohammed Al-Mualim, Clayton Erlin, and John Wyman. Congratulations to all of our graduating students.
Thank you, Provost Holtz. Chairman Jordan, would you like to make any remarks to our students?
Well, President Johnson, I was thinking about today and what a wonderful day it is. And I was recalling a few years ago, I had dinner with a peer CEO who was not himself a Mines grad, but he said to me at dinner that the thing about a Mines graduate is you can send them anywhere in the world for any problem you have, and they'll figure out a way to get it done. Well, graduates, you're going to have wonderful careers ahead of you. And as a fellow alum, I look forward to cheering you on. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chairman Jordan. Okay, graduates, now it's time for step 2. And for this part, we need all of you to stand. The degree of conferral is not going to be official if you don't, so get up off the couch, get out of bed, get off the desk, wherever you are. It's time to stand up. Come on, there's a few of you who haven't gotten up yet. Let's go. Oh, okay, that's probably about as good as we're going to get. All right, so that was step 2. Step 3, we've got to read the correct words. If we don't get these words right, we got to start this whole ceremony all over again. We don't want to do that. It's happened before. So, Provost Holtz, you've got the first lines.
But President Johnson, didn't you say that there were 4 important pre-conferral steps?
You know, you're right. We are forgetting something. And for that 4th step, we need the help of one of our soon-to-be graduates. Let's see. How about Amanda Field? Would you please join us? Hey, Amanda, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
All right, it's great to see you. Hey, graduates, most of you, I'm sure all of you know Amanda. She's been student body president. She's been a peer mentor. She's been very engaged on campus. And today, she's only moments away from graduating with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. Amanda, do you want to say any remarks to your fellow graduates?
Just great job, everyone. I'm so proud of all of us and can't wait to see where we all head to next.
All right, thank you. So Amanda, you have a very important responsibility. You have to hold up one of our most unique and sacred graduation artifacts. The audience has already seen the university mace here in front of me. We've got the De Re Metallica book. That's a very important part of our ceremony. And of course, the student-made blaster behind me on the shelf. They are all pretty important parts of our graduation ceremonies. But the audience has yet to see the 4th critical item. All right, the sacred lightsaber back in action. Amanda, thank you for doing that for us. And if you could hold on to that while we now get through the very important words. So, Provost Holtz, we're ready to go.
Candidates for the bachelor's degrees, are you ready? President Johnson, with the approval of the faculty, I recommend that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are unable to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia. Their names appear in the program.
All right, thank you, Provost Holtz. Chairman Jordan, it's my great honor to present to the Board of Trustees these candidates. Each has been recommended by the amazing faculty of Colorado School of Mines to receive his or her degree. I concur with the faculty, and it is my honor to present these candidates for your acceptance.
President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines taken on May 1st, 2020, I direct you to award these candidates the degrees which they have earned, and may the force be with them.
All right, that was an official line in the official words. Okay, this is one of the coolest parts about being a university president is to say these last lines. And they are, upon recommendation of the faculty, by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you, our newest graduates, the degree of Bachelor of Science in the designated curriculum with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I congratulate you on this outstanding accomplishment. And now there is a step 5. which is, and Amanda, you're gonna have to be really careful with this particular step because we don't want you cutting off any parts of yourself. You can all now move your tassel from the right to the left. All right, congratulations, everyone. And now it's time for the grand finale. Usually we have everyone stand up in Lockridge and our graduating varsity student athletes lead us in the fight song. At the end of the fight song, we ask the audience to clap, cheer, stomp, and generally make noise any way they want, all to show our newest graduates one last time how proud we are of them. You know, having thought about it, I don't see any reason why we can't do that remotely. Student athletes, are you up for this? Yes? Great. All right, you're a fantastic group. And while you're getting ready to lead us in the fight song, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell the audience what you have accomplished, in addition to earning your degrees. Of our 71 NCAA Division II varsity student athletes graduating today, 46 of them have been RMAC champions, either as a member of a team or as an individual competitor. 42 of them have appeared in NCAA postseason competition. 14 have been selected as All-Americans in their sports. 5 have been awarded academic All-American status, and 7 of them are national champions. And for the past 5 years, our athletics program has owned the RMAC Cup, recognizing the most successful program in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And that is just absolutely amazing. So once again, right before we jump into the fight song here with the athletes, I just want to thank the whole audience for being here today. It feels great to be together, even if only virtually. And to all of our Hell of Engineering graduates, congratulations. And we look forward to a time when we can say that to you in person. Everybody ready for this? Okay, we might as well all get up. I'm going to go listen out the window, but I want to be able to hear all of you doing that big oh part at the beginning of it, okay? So varsity athletes, are you ready? Let's do this, Orediggers.
I wished I had a barrel of rum and sugar 300 pounds.
A college bell to mix it in and clap and stir it around. Like every honest fellow, I take my whiskey clear.
I'm a rambling wreck from Golden Tech, a hell of an engineer.
A hell of an engineer. Like every honest fellow, I take my whiskey clear. I'm a rambling wreck from Golden Tech, a hell of an engineer. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Hey, what the hell do we care as long as we get our share? Hail, hail, the gang's all here. F-I-N-E-S. What the hell do we care now?
Congratulations, class of 2020. You are joining an elite group of engineers recognized the world over for their can-do attitude. Make us proud.
You guys did it. You survived the craziest, toughest semester ever, and we're all really proud of you. Congrats. If you can do this, you can do anything.
Congratulations, Orediggers.
Congratulations to all of you from the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. We are so proud of all you've accomplished, and thank you for taking this journey with us.
From the Office of Graduate Studies, congratulations, 2020 graduates.
We wish everyone a happy graduation at Colorado School of Mines, from Bartley Schraderwood to you.
On behalf of the geophysics family, I would like to congratulate you for your success and superb performance in our program.
From the Gen Chem team!
Congratulations!
Great job, everyone.
Best wishes.
Go Orediggers!
You did it!
Chemtastic job. Enjoy your summer.
Hey, just want to give a quick shout out to the graduates of 2020 and just want to ask you, do you know what's better than Pug Day? Graduation Day. Shiloh and I want to wish you a great graduation. Do excellent things when you're out there.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We've loved having you on campus. We're going to miss you. Best of luck in all of your future adventures. Go Orediggers.
This is Stu Bennett, class of 66, and I want to congratulate and welcome the class of 20 to the Mines alumni family. Congratulations, way to go. We look forward to your future and all you're going to accomplish in your life. Go Orediggers.
From the Engineering, Design and Society Division and the Humanitarian Engineering Program, I want to extend congratulations to the Orediggers class of 2020. I invite all of you to always follow your passions, stay true to your convictions, but be willing to question them every now and then, and more importantly, dedicate your talents to the improvement of human well-being.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey all you graduates out there, congratulations from the Petroleum Engineering Department. We're so proud of you, we're so happy to have gotten to know you, and we really look forward to seeing what great things you accomplish as Mines alum. Congratulations, and good luck in the future.
Hi, this is Andrew Flynn, class of 1986. I want to congratulate the class of 2020. These are tough times right now, but we've had them before, and we'll have them again, and you'll make it through. Go get them, Orediggers.
Y'all are amazing. Best of luck in everything you do.
Class of 2020, I just wanted to say it's been such a pleasure having you in my classes, and congratulations on making it over the finish line.
On behalf of the entire library and museum faculty and staff, I would like to extend a hearty congratulations to all of our fabulous Mines graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. You have succeeded under very difficult circumstances, so I applaud you. Good luck.
Hello, graduating students from Mechanical Engineering. I'm John Berger, Department Head. We all wish you the very best in your careers. Dr. Savina has a message for our seniors.
Congratulations. We wish we could personally congratulate you today. You've made a lasting impact on our program and our faculty. We wish you the best and hope you will stay in touch. Next, Dr. Porter has a message for our graduate students.
Congratulations, grad students. You've endured lab shutdowns and virtual defenses, but you've made it through. Well done.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You guys rock.
Congratulations. What a ride the last 5 weeks have been. But you did it in true Orediggers style. And though the COVID-19 outbreak might be a pivotal moment for humanity, I know you have the skills, attitude, and desire to use this moment as a chance to make a difference for the good. So I challenge you, go out there and make Mines proud as you change the world.
I just want to convey the best wishes from the physics department. We all hope that you will have success on the immediate path that lays ahead of you.
Congratulations on your graduation. You've just finished 4 years. You're just about to start 40 more. Remember your friends. That big Mines family is going to do you as much good as your classwork and your achievements. You've earned it. Enjoy it. Congratulations.
I would like to congratulate all the Orediggers graduating this May, especially those in mining engineering program. This is a major milestone in your life as you transition from being a student to professional. We wish you the best of luck.
Congratulations, Orediggers! You've done great things to get to this point, and I know you will continue to do great things. Your Mines family is always here for you.
Congratulations from the whole metallurgical and materials engineering faculty and staff. I wish I could be there in person shaking your hand. It's been an eventful year, tough year, but you made it. Congratulations again, and please stay in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
On behalf of the faculty and staff in economics and business, congratulations. We know how hard you worked and we're so proud of you. And now we're looking forward to seeing what you do in the next phase of your life, whether you're a hell of an engineer or a hell of an economist.
Congratulations, graduating seniors. We will sure miss having you around the department.
You have a bright future ahead of you once we all manage to get through this temporary fog of uncertainty. Be confident. You have the ability and strength, the support of the entire Mines family to help you succeed. Here's to a future with many opportunities for you to do great things.
Congrats, class of 2020. We're so excited to see where you go next with your Mines education.
Congratulations to all our May 2020 graduates. We're proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you do when you get out there in the world. Stay in touch.
Congratulations, graduates. We're so proud of you. Now it's time to celebrate.
Congratulations, Colorado School of Mines, class of 2020.
Big congratulations to all the Orediggers graduating this spring semester. All those late nights and hard work have paid off. Congratulations, graduates. We can't wait to see what your future brings. Wait, what?